Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss how to calculate number of NMR signal. When structure is given. Okay, so actually while studying NMR spectroscopy, there are different techniques of NMR spectroscopy. But here we are talking about 1H NMR spectroscopy. And in this spectroscopy, we use to calculate the number of protons, that is H. We know that the I value for this proton is half, that is known as spin magnetic quantum number. So in case of protons, there are two types of protons, equivalent and non-equivalent protons. Equivalent and non-equivalent protons. There are two sets of protons. Suppose the protons which are present in same magnetic environment, the protons present in same magnetic environments are known as equivalent protons, and the protons that are present in different chemical and magnetic environment are known as non-equivalent protons or non-equivalent set of protons. Here we take one example, for example methane molecule. In this structure there are 4 protons and all 4 are in same chemical environment. It means that all are surrounded by carbon, and in case of tetrahedral structure we can write this structure like this. If we write thick and wedge line, here all the bonds are same, so there is a one set of proton and we will get one signal in NMR spectroscopy. Second example is ethane. Here if you write the line structure of ethane, you can see there is another equivalent set of protons. Means these 3 protons are exactly in same environment with these 3 protons. So overall there is only one set of protons. And again you observe one signal. But if you take this example, that is CH3CH2Cl, you can see the structure is somewhat becomes C, C and Cl. So in this structure there are 5 protons and 2 carbon atoms. This carbon atom is attached to this carbon atom, but this carbon atom is attached to chlorine atom. Okay. So in case of this ethyl chloride example, there are 2 carbon and 1 chlorine atom. So the attachment is different and the chemical environment is again different, because this carbon is in environment with this carbon and this chlorine. So there are 2 set of protons. If you denote these 3 protons by A set, then this set becomes B set. So there are 2 sets of protons and you will get 2 signal, because this carbon bears 3 proton, this carbon bears 2 protons. So in this way you can predict the number of carbon atoms. Again if you see the another example, Suppose there is a methyl group, this methyl group, and this carbon having one hydrogen and one chlorine. Then here these three proton becomes one set, A set, and this proton becomes B set. So again there are two sets and we observe two signals. So in this way we can determine the number of protons present in that given structure. So the important thing for the determination of number of proton is that you should know the symmetry elements. For example, if you draw the structure like ether CH3O CH3, around oxygen there are two methyl groups. It means that this structure is symmetrical and it contains one plane of symmetry. It means that the two half of the molecule are exactly identical and therefore this compound contains plane of symmetry. Therefore this 2 methyl group bears 6 protons, but actually there is only a one set, and therefore we observe only one signal in NMR spectroscopy. Another example of plane of symmetry is CH3CO CH3, that is acetone. Here also you can see this molecule contains plane of symmetry and it also show only a one signal. If you take unsaturated compound like ethene, again this contain plane of symmetry as well as center of symmetry. So this shows one signal only because all these protons are identical. But if you remove one of the hydrogen by any heteroatom, then the symmetry of this molecule disturb, and in this case you will observe three signals. Now the question arises, why these two protons are not identical? Because in case of this molecule, this hydrogen is cis to this chlorine and this hydrogen is trans to this chlorine. So these two protons becomes different and we will observe three set and three signals. Again, if you take this example, now this molecule contains plane of symmetry. Sorry, this vertical plane, not horizontal, because this half molecule exactly identical to this half. Therefore, this show only a one signal. So in this way we can determine the number of signals in aliphatic compounds. In case of cyclic compounds, if you draw the structure of norbornene, actually the structure of this molecule is very interesting. We have so we have 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 protons. There are 12 protons. Out of these 12 protons, all are not identical. If you denote these upper protons, or they are also known as exoprotons, of this side A, again these two protons becomes A set. The endoprotons, which are written below, contain second set, called it as B set. Now again these two protons are in same chemical environment, therefore these are denoted by C type of protons, and these two protons are again identical in environment, therefore they are denoted as D protons. So we have, out of 12 protons, we have A set containing 4 hydrogen, B set containing 4 hydrogen, C set containing 2 hydrogen, and D set contains 2 protons or 2 hydrogen. So overall we have 4 set. So consequently we observe 4 signals. So this is how we can predict the number of protons. In case of cyclohexane, though the structure is looking like a benzene, but the actual structure of this cyclohexane is of chair form. And we have axial protons as well as equatorial protons. So there are axial and equatorial protons. So out of these 12 protons, we have 2 set, 6 axial protons. So suppose A set is having 6 protons and remaining 6 equatorial protons are B set. So in case of cyclohexane, we have 2 set, and in NMR spectroscopy we observe 2 signal, but due to the rapid conversion of one chair form into another chair form, because cyclohexane flip from one form into another chair form, because cyclohexane have two chair form. One is like this, which is rapidly converted into another one, and both are energetically same. So the conversion is very fast and it observes around 10 raised to power 16 time per second. Therefore, this spectroscopy machine cannot predict the form of this cyclohexane. It means this rapid conversion cannot be predicted by the machine. Therefore, in this cyclohexane we observe only one signal, but at low temperature the molecule freezes and it will show two signal. At room temperature we will see one signal, but at very low temperature we can observe two signals. Number of signals in PMR spectrum gives us an idea about different set of protons present in unknown organic molecules. One interesting example is if you have amide protons. Now if you have this type of structure, then what about these two protons? Whether these two protons are identical or not. If you draw the line structure, you can see this structure looks like RCO and H2, and this nitrogen contains lone pair of electron, and this lone pair of electron is in resonance with this carbonyl group. As a result, we observe resonating structure like RCO double bond N H, and this nitrogen contains positive charge. Now this structure looks like alkene, substituted alkene, and therefore this proton and this proton are of different magnetic environment. Therefore, these two protons are different and they will show different signals. So, the electronic as well as magnetic environment of a molecule is very important to know. Thank you very much for watching this video. We will come with another interesting video. Thank you.